is Michelle Scott, and I was one of those children. I was a foster child for 5 years. I came into the Osceola foster care system when I was only 3 years old, and by the time I left when I was 8, I had been in more than 14 different foster placements. Unless you were perhaps a foster child yourself, I'm not sure that anyone in this room understands what it is like to not know where, or in what bed, or in what home you're going to sleep that night. To feel all alone as you finally lay your head down at night in yet another bed with another family you do not know, or understand their rules, or even like the food that they eat. I remember lying in a bed one night so scared that I threw up. I was afraid to go tell the foster mom because I didn't know her and I didn't know how she would react. So, as a little girl of 5, I slept in my own throw up. Or the home where they locked the bedroom door from the outside and I couldn't even use the restroom in the middle of the night if I needed to. Or the many homes that had a lock on the refrigerator door. I even had the home where I was not allowed to watch TV with the rest of the family in the family room. Instead, I had a small space off the kitchen where I had to watch TV alone. This is not to say that I did not have good foster homes. I did. My first foster parents were loving and kind, but they moved to California and I couldn't go with them. I lived with another foster mom for 2 years and was even able to take dance lessons. I wanted her to adopt me, but she wanted to adopt a baby. So when a baby was placed with her, I had to leave. I attended 4 different schools for the 2nd grade, always being the new kid who was in foster care. But through all the moving and disappointment and anger, and through all the tears, I had one constant in my life. That was my guardian ad litem, Miss Marie. She always found me wherever I was. She visited me unfailingly, and she understood what I was going through. I didn't have to explain it to her again, like I did so many other social workers and foster parents. In fact, she spoke for me. My guardian ad litem, Miss Marie, was the voice of a little girl who was too scared and too angry to speak. When I was 7, I was moved to a group home in Orlando. I remember praying every night for a family, but I felt God wasn't listening to my prayers. But it was there, on one Sunday afternoon, that I met Miss Leslie. She was also a guardian ad litem and came to visit me because Miss Marie was out of town. I was about to find out that God had been listening to my prayers all along. A few weeks later, I attended an adoption event at SeaWorld. This is an event where families that are interested in adopting meet children that are available for adoption. Miss Leslie was my host for the day, and she told me that we were going to try and find the perfect family for me. I met a lot of parents and smiled so much that by the end of the day, my cheeks were in pain. But to make a long story short, after all the families left, I was still a foster child. Miss Leslie called her husband and son and told them to come to SeaWorld, and she didn't care that they were playing golf. She had someone very special for them to meet. I didn't know at the time, but right there, on that day, in the SeaWorld parking lot, I met my forever family. I was adopted by Bob and Leslie Scott 7 months later. Today, I am a senior at Florida State University. I will be graduating next year with a degree in statistics. Except for my apartment in Tallahassee, I have lived in the same home, in the same bedroom, with my same family for the past 13 years. And by the way, we all watch TV together in our family room. I have parents that love me and support me unconditionally, and I have a brother who's my hero. And of course, he's a firefighter and a Florida State graduate. And if you ask him, I am the favorite child, the favorite grandchild, and the favorite niece, and completely spoiled. But I see myself as a strong and resilient young woman who's been blessed with an amazing family who has helped me overcome what could be described a little bit of a rough start. My guardian ad litem truly changed my life. Miss Marie was the constant and continual presence that I so desperately needed my 5 years in foster care. I don't know where or who I'd be without you today. So thank you, Miss Marie. I also know that Voices for Osceola's children paid for those dance lessons when I was in foster care. Lessons which gave me confidence and a love for dance that I still have today. They also bought me shoes and clothes to replace those that were too small or worn to wear. For this, and so much more, I am eternally grateful and want to thank each and every one of you who are here tonight to support Voices for Osceola's children and the Guardian Ad Litem program. Because of you, a once scared and lost little girl who couldn't speak grew to stand before you here tonight and in a confident voice say thank you for being for this child.